Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and for your situation, and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages the universe is sharing with the collective. What do we need to hear today, please? I know I disappointed you. I disappointed myself too. Well, it is so much more than disappointment, right? You guys watching the reading. It is a deep emotional wound that your person created for you. It is that feeling of loss, that confusion, and that not understanding why they have run, why they're ghosting you, because for many of you watching the reading, they gave you no explanation. They just disappeared and didn't say anything and left you hanging. And when we are left in that hanging place, it is not a disappointment. It is so much more than that. It is kind of like this deep devastation that we feel within ourselves because we are trying to understand what the hell happened. You had plans to see each other. You were talking and communicating. You were perhaps planning a future with each other. And then poof, here comes Casper the ghost. And you don't know what has gone on or why they've evaporated or why they've disappeared or why they're not responding. So much more than disappointment. It's devastation that you guys are feeling. And I do feel that your person feels very bad for that. But through all of it, they are waking up to all of it as well, because they can feel this emotional devastation that you are feeling, and they are disappointed in themselves. And it goes beyond disappointment, guys. I feel for some of you, your person is just ashamed of themselves and devastated with how they treated you because they're embarrassed. They're having to look at how they acted and how they treated you when they ran, when they ghosted, because quite frankly, that wasn't a very mature thing to do, was it? When you run and when you ghost, that is not the mature way to handle things. And they did that though because they couldn't have a mature conversation with you at the time about what was going on with them. So let's just be silent and run. However, with that silent running also comes the hope that they're going to be able to run back to you and start rebuilding this relationship. Your person knows they let you down. They know they failed you. They know they did more than disappoint you, but they are taking ownership of all of this because they do want to make their way back to you, because their own loneliness and heartache and heartbreak and all of this stuff from missing you is screaming out at them as well. And they know that they are the one who need to take action and fix it. They know that you don't expect them to fix everything themselves, that you can rework all of this and have this powerful new beginning with each other, but yet they still know that they are the one who needs to reach out with this peace offering and start building this relationship again. Let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the collective need to hear for this message today, please? What do we need to know? I'm tired of putting on a brave face and fake smile. I miss you so much, it makes me cry. Well, yes, and I do feel that your person is presenting this false bravado to the rest of the world that everything is okay with them. But people around your person know that they're not doing okay. People that know your person, their friends, their family, people they work with, people they hang out with, people they have perhaps extracurricular activities with. Everyone in your person's life knows that something is not right with your person. They know that they're putting on this fake smile. They know that they are putting on this false bravado, trying to make everyone think that everything is going great. I'm just a little tired. I'm really stressed at work. I have all these other things going on, is what I feel for many of you. Your person is telling people around them. But deep down inside, your person is suffering, and they are feeling the heaviness and the weight of this heartache and heartbreak that they brought onto you, but also brought upon themselves. And perhaps if you are looking at their social media, if they have social media, they're trying to present there as well that things are going great in their life. But There is something missing within your person, so don't trust anything that you're seeing on social media concerning your person, because if they're trying to present to everyone that everything's great and everything's wonderful and on it goes, I feel that there is a hollowness to it because your person feels empty. There is a deep longing within your person that life is somehow not the same without you, but they know that they are the one who needs to fix it because their loneliness is screaming to them, take action. Pick up the phone, send a message, go to the house, knock on the door, ring the doorbell, do something, because what your person is going through right now is really hard for them. But it is also causing them to have this awakening that they need, that is making them sit up and take notice that the only way that they're going to feel better about themselves, and the only way that they're going to deal with their heartache and disappointment and guilt and grief and regret and everything else, is to reach out and talk to you and apologize and see if you are willing to have these conversations with them where they can clear the air with you and put all their cards out on the table. Because they are pretending that things are okay. It's that old saying, right? Fake it till you make it. Well, your person is tired of faking it because you can only present that false sense of who you are for so long until it comes crumbling down. So your person is aware that this false bravado that they are putting out there is going to come falling down, and they're going to have to start admitting to people that they're not okay. Because your person misses you so much, it makes them cry. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? What is coming through, please? I have a lot of chaos around me. Well, yes, it looks like your person is dealing with a lot of chaos at the moment. Chaos of their own making, mind you, because whatever they are going through, this is something that they brought upon themselves, and they also can acknowledge that they have no one to blame but themselves. This isn't your fault. You didn't bring all of this into this connection with your person. For the majority of you out there, and possibly even all of you, your person created all of this chaos in this relationship. And when you bring this kind of chaos into a connection with someone that you have these deep feelings for, the universe is not going to respond to that very well, because the universe comes along to shake us up and wake us up. And perhaps as well, your person is having to deal with some karma, some repercussions, some karmic repercussions for their words, actions, and behaviors that were hurtful to you. Because that is not how you treat people, especially if they have been doing a lot of things that really kind of like brought this destruction and devastation into your life, bringing all of this emotional heartache and damage to you. The universe is trying to wake somebody up, and that is waking up your person. Perhaps they are receiving some karma. I feel for some of you, your person may have to deal with some sort of, financial chaos where they made a mistake, and then there's some check problems, or there's some NSFs, or something kind of got out of whack or out of balance with their money, and the universe trying to wake them up that way. I feel as well for some of you, your person is having a lot of problems and issues with their job, not being able to focus, not being able to work because they can't stop thinking about you, not being as productive at the job, and being perhaps called out by whoever is in charge, because your person needs to wake up and start moving. The universe teaches us lessons in many ways, guys. And if we don't get them the first time, the second time, or the third time, they will bring some chaos into our lives to wake us up so that we start taking notice of what is going on around us. Because that is when we have to just stop and look at everything and go, okay, I need to restructure all of this here. I need to restructure myself. I need to get control of myself. I need to make these changes, and I need to implement them soon. And this is what is happening for your person. Feeling all of this chaos swirling around them, and you are not there to ground them or listen to them or assist them or help them or lift them up when they are feeling down, or give them advice, or just be someone that they can talk to who can validate what they're going through. And they are definitely feeling a lot of this at the moment, feeling this chaos, being sad, depressed, disappointed, and embarrassed in themselves as well. But this is what your person needs to feel at the moment, because this is what is waking them up to what they need to do and how they need to get moving. If you only knew how heartbroken I am. Well, yes, your person is heartbroken just like you are. And dealing with the heartache of this kind of situation, this kind of connection, it is a difficult job. But you guys watching the reading, you have so much strength within you that you can work through it. And even though you miss your person and they miss you, you really need them to come back to you when they are on the other side of this chaos. You don't want them to bring this chaos back into this relationship with you, do you? No, you don't. They are trying to work through this chaos, whatever that is, and they're trying to work at it diligently because they don't want to bring it back into this relationship with you, whatever this chaos is for your person, whether it is working through some karmic issues, perhaps dealing with family stuff, perhaps dealing with financial things, but perhaps as well, it is just your person has chaos in their life because they need to release and let go emotional baggage that they have been dragging around with them that is screaming out at them right now. It's time to release that and let it go and take action so that they can stop crying, so that they can stop being disappointed and feeling guilty and remorseful, so that they can make their way back to you and deal with their broken heart and apologize and start having conversations with you so you can start rebuilding this relationship, because that is what this person wants. And they understand that that is the only thing that is going to satisfy them, that is going to make them feel that they are whole again. Because without you, their life at the moment seems like it's a mess and chaotic and lonely and sad and devastating, depressing. Your person needs to fix these things within them and within their life, but they are going to come back for you, and as they do, this will allow both of your hearts to come into alignment with each other, and that will help each of you heal this brokenness, this heartache and heartbreak that's within you as your heart chakras come into alignment, and you can start building the relationship again. And that is what will bring the final stamp of approval on this healing journey that you've both been going through during the time you've been away from each other. Let's see what else the universe wants to share with the collective today, please. What do we need to know? I made the wrong choice and I'm paying for it. Well, I feel what this is really saying is your person has made so many wrong choices along the way here concerning this connection with you. The wrong decisions, the wrong choices, taking the wrong actions, saying the wrong words, and they are definitely feeling a lot of the repercussions of their poor choices and bad decisions at the moment. Perhaps they've had clouded vision and they've needed this clarity, but they're getting that clarity now because they are seeing and understanding through what is happening to them and for them at the moment. And don't feel sorry for them, guys. They've got to work through this. Remember, heartache and heartbreak and pain and karma and these kind of things are powerful teachers. And I'm not trying to sound harsh. It is just a fact. It is how it is, and it's how the universe works and how the people upstairs and the heavenly administration works. But we never are given more than we can bear. We may think that it's more than we can bear at the moment, but we always find that strength and that power and the grace to work through it. And this is what is happening for your person right now, because they're able to acknowledge that they've screwed up, that they made these bad choices and bad decisions, and that it's time to take responsibility and start coming back to you so the two of you can heal together. But we'll use some tarot cards now, and let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages are coming through? What does the collective need to hear? My hands are really cold today, guys, so I am trying to not drop these all over the table. Let's see what we need to hear. What do we need to know? What messages does the collective need? What do we need to hear, please? This is the Seven of Swords. Well, I'm not surprised the Seven of Swords has shown up today. The Seven of Swords is actually the card of the runner. Someone who has run away, trying to sneak away from responsibility, sneaking away from the things that they're supposed to be doing in accordance with their soul blueprint for this lifetime. But this Seven of Swords is also about the guilt that your person feels as well. Knowing that they let you down, knowing that they failed you, knowing that they brought chaos into this relationship with you. but also it's about them being able to see and acknowledge where they were deceptive, where they brought all of this drama into this relationship with you and not wanting to bring it back. But the Seven of Swords is also a card of long-term plans and forging and creating and formulating that plan in their mind at the moment. And this is what I feel is happening with your person, but feeling the guilt for disappointing you and for running and for ghosting as well. Let's see what else we need to hear. What do we need to know, please? What messages are coming through? What message does the collective need to hear for this reading today, please? The Six of Cups, well, this is about your person desiring to regain what was lost, which is you. It is about them being very nostalgic. It is about them thinking a lot about you and this relationship, reliving all of those happy memories, but also the painful ones as well. It is helping them see and understand where they made so many errors in judgment, where they made all of these wrong choices and decisions, and it is causing them to sit back and reflect about what they're going to do differently, how they're going to do differently, because that is also what the Seven of Swords is about. Yes, the Seven of Swords is the card of the runner, and it is about your person being deceptive in this connection with you in the past, and that could be from them not really being expressive of their feelings or trying to hide something else from you, perhaps. But the Seven of Swords is also the card of someone who is looking at the past and the present and seeing where they created problems, drama, and chaos, and then thinking about how they're going to make that difference in the future, especially with it coming next to this Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of reconciliation and reunion as well. But let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the collective need to hear, please? Well, this is the Queen of Swords. Well, this is about your person being truthful and being honest as they make their journey back towards you. The Queen of Swords is someone who is very fair, someone who is very just, someone who carries the sword of truth. And I feel that this is about your person being honest and truthful with you as they make their way back to you. And this Queen of Swords is particularly beautiful because she has two swans behind her, which are a symbol for long-term partnership, life partners. Swans mate for life. It's also a symbol for soulmates and twin flames. The name of this deck, by the way, is the Star Tarot, but the Queen of Swords is also the energy of the Queen of Swords, rather, is someone who acts with integrity, someone who is a better communicator, someone who speaks the truth, someone who can be quite blunt in speaking that truth as well. And this will be your person as they return. The Queen of Swords is an air sign. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this can serve as a place of validation. You do not need to be an air sign for this reading to work. They are collective readings. They are for everyone. It is more important that we take the energy of this card in reference to the rest of the reading. The Queen of Swords also tells us, when your person returns, guys, you're probably going to set some boundaries with them to make sure that something like this never happens again. And I really feel that they are well aware that you would be setting boundaries with them, which is possibly why they are taking as long as they are, because they want to make sure that they're ready, that they've gotten rid of all of these things that have held them back from being able to be with you. And if you have not set boundaries with your person ever, this may be some of the life lessons that you are needing to learn for this lifetime as well, you guys watching the reading, because setting boundaries can be difficult for some people if they've never done it, and doing it for the first time can be a little bit scary. But don't be scared to set that boundary with your person, because actually they want you to define those boundaries, because they don't want to cross them ever again. Because based on what I'm hearing, they have experienced enough of being without you, and they don't want to be without you again. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages are coming through, please? What do we need to hear? What is happening here? Well, this is the Magician. Actually, that's fantastic because it tells us that your person is going to get it done. They are going to find that strength, that courage and power within them to come back in your direction. And I love the Magician's table on this deck because there are so many yin-yang symbols on there, guys, which is the symbol for union, because that is all about the duality of the universe and the union of divine masculine and divine feminine. But as well, this tells us your person sees that you are very special, unique, you're very talented, you're very magical, you are very enchanting as well. And this is part of their desire for you. They're attracted to you. And it is a mental, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual, I already said that, and it is a mental, emotional, spiritual, and passionate connection between you and your person, and they know this, and they've always known it, but they had to go through this period of being away from you so that they could evolve and grow into the partner that you need them to be. Let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the collective need for this message today, please? What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Ace of Wands. I love the Ace of Wands. I always love the Ace of Wands because it is all about starting over, starting fresh, beginning again, but with both of you being in a much better place as you have this opportunity to start over with each other. The Ace of Wands is about spiritual growth. Your person going through this growth and this change and this evolution that they have very much needed for quite some time now, but it is happening for them. The Ace of Wands is also a card that tells us your person is going to follow through and take action here with you concerning this connection and start reaching out to you and start communicating with you, because this Queen of Swords is about communication. On the bottom, we do have the Two of Swords, which is about communication as well. Two of Swords. Well, swords belong to the element of air, and that is things like ideas, communication, thoughts, decisions, making decisions about what to do, thinking about that plan and strategy, and then following through to make it happen. But two-way communication coming from your person with that Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, which is about the two of you coming together, starting fresh, starting over, and being able to build this relationship together from the ground up, where both of you are in this more evolved place that comes with that Ace of Wands, but also your person contributing to this endeavor, your person being involved in rebuilding this relationship by taking action, by being mindful and self-aware of themselves and of this connection and how they are going to contribute to all of this moving forward. We also have the Five of Cups on the bottom, which is no big surprise here, guys. This is about your person feeling all of that emotional devastation. The Five of Cups is one of the saddest cards. Well, it's the saddest card in the deck. The Three of Swords comes close, but the Five of Cups, it is about your person feeling all of this guilt, regret, and remorse. And as this cloaked figure is focused on these three cups that are spilled out, that is your person at the moment, feeling this guilt, regret, and remorse. But all this cloaked figure has to do is look up and see the two cups, like the Two of Cups, right next to her. And then she can grab onto those Two of Cups, and the two of you can be having a beverage, a nice warm coffee or hot chocolate or adult beverage on this beautiful lotus flower with these dolphins swimming beside you. That's kind of like the analogy between these two cards here. One of the happiest cards in the deck, one of the saddest, creates an interesting juxtaposition. But in order for your person to get back to this, they've got to come through this agony, grief, and despair that they feel, but they are working through it because they don't like their life without you. We also have the Seven of Cups on the bottom, which is about your person really thinking things through very clearly here. A lot of strategy. But also that goes with that Seven of Swords, but also your person envisioning this life with you, imagining what this future with you would look like, dreaming about you, daydreaming about you. Part of the reason why we were talking earlier, your person was having problems with work because they can't focus because they're daydreaming about you. And even though they're sitting in a meeting and they're supposed to be engaged and involved in discussing whatever is supposed to be discussed, I am using this as an example. They can't focus because their mind just goes away and then they start thinking about you and this connection and what they're going to do and how they're going to do it and how they're going to repair it, doing that woulda, shoulda, coulda dance that comes with that Six of Cups, taking those trips down memory lane. But it is causing them as well to be able to see and understand what they need to do and how they need to do it, because they can see definitely where they have let you down, where they have disappointed you, where they have disappointed themselves. But also it is causing them to see and understand why they feel ashamed of themselves and why they're embarrassed and why they humiliated themselves in all of this through acting and behaving in ways that were, well, low vibration behaviors. But with that Ace of Wands being here, as the two of you come back together, both of you will be operating at a much higher frequency with each other to enable this connection to come to this beautiful union that comes with that Two of Cups. Let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Well, this is the Sword, and this comes with number LXII. So that should be 62, I think, because L is 50, 10, 62. The Sword. Well, the Sword is a lot of things, guys, but I feel that what this is telling us primarily is we have to consider the element of air. And air is things like communication, ideas, and thoughts, as we talked about earlier. Your person being able to initiate this communication with you, because with this Sword being here, they've had a breakthrough and they can see things and understand things now with much greater clarity than they ever were before. They had blinders on, perhaps. Or perhaps for some of you, they were just in such a deep state of denial they didn't want to admit anything about their feelings, about where they thought this was going, about how this connection was unfolding between the two of you. And when someone's in denial and someone is resisting the connection and the growth that comes with it, of course, what are they going to do? They're going to run, they're going to ghost, and they're trying to run for the hills as fast as they can, because they don't want to have to face themselves and the changes that they're having to make or going to have to make. But your person is having to face those changes because they have a lot of chaos around them. And that chaos is the teacher that has come to wake them up and tell them to get on with it and learn these lessons the way that they need to, so that they can start making their way back to you. Moment of clarity for your person, which is interesting actually, because on the bottom of the tarot, there was the Tower. That was the next card. And the Tower is a major wake-up call as well. It is about your person having that epiphany that they've needed. It is about a major change, a major shift in perspective. And this is what is happening for your person with this Sword card showing up as well. But I like how that lightning bolt comes through the Sword, kind of like lightning bolt striking your person, very much like the Tower, right? I mean, the Tower also has a lightning bolt on it as well. Very much giving your person that much needed wake-up call. And they are waking up, because that is what that Ace of Wands is about, so that they can get grooving and moving back into this direction, into your direction, and get this relationship moving to this beautiful place of balance and harmony that comes with that Two of Cups. This is Drifter. This card comes with number 14, experiencing life as it comes. You know, anyone resonate with number 14? Although 1 + 4 = 5, which is change. And that was 62, which is 8. I feel that for many of you, your person has perhaps in the past kind of like drifted through life and not really stood up or taken responsibility for some of the things that they've needed to take responsibility for. That is going to be different. Your person is no longer going to be experiencing life as it comes in terms of this connection, in terms of their spiritual growth or awareness or awakening either. This is about them taking action and following through, because that is what that Ace of Wands is about. taking action, following through, making something happen, because there has been an awakening. There has been an elevation in frequency and vibration for your person. Taking action, being responsible, following through, making sure that they are not just drifting through life or drifting through this connection with you, but actually being responsible and accountable for building it, for directing it, for being involved with it, as the two of you have this opportunity to come to this beautiful place of fresh start, reunion that comes with that Six of Cups, this fresh start, and then moving it to this beautiful partnership. This is about your person contributing to this relationship in a way that you haven't seen them contribute to it before. Let's see what else we need to know. What is coming through, please? Sky Dancers, surrender. We haven't seen the Sky Dancers for a while, I don't think. Maybe for some members reading. Oh, I can't remember. Sometimes these readings all kind of blend together in my mind at times. Sky Dancers is about surrender, and this is a beautiful dragonfly. If anyone resonates with dragonflies, I don't know if you guys have ever known that, but that really is kind of like a human face on that dragonfly. Kind of like it actually is a human face on that dragonfly. This card comes with number 48, which resolves to 12. If anyone resonates with 48, but Sky Dancers is about your person surrendering to all of this. They are surrendering to the universe. They are surrendering to their angels and guides. They are letting go and letting God and letting whatever that higher power is for your person guide and direct this connection, because they know that they can't control it and they don't want to control it. They want to come back into this partnership with you and be able to move this connection along. They are tired of trying to control what was happening between the two of you. That becomes very tiring when you're trying to control what's happening, when you're trying to control your emotions, when you're trying to resist, when you're trying to deny, when you are basically living a lie, I suppose. And your person knows that they need to come back to you and live from the perspective of their truth. They are surrendering to this love. They are surrendering to this connection and to the universe as they make their way back towards you. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. Well, this is Pluto. This is about letting go. Now, this, wow, okay, that is very much like this surrender card. I do want to say this, guys. It is not about your person letting go of you, okay? It is not about them letting go of you. Now, I've said that. Someone's going to leave a comment about it. Betcha. I bet you a sticky post that someone will leave a comment about that. This Pluto card, right? Pluto, the planet Pluto, is about death and rebirth. It is about transformation. It is about this beautiful spiritual power that is transforming your person that comes with that Ace of Wands. Pluto is about rebirth. It is about something coming back around in a more powerful place than it was before, because it represents the phoenix rising from the ashes of ruin. And all of that ash all over the place and being reborn from this fire of spirit and of the universe, because your person has been awakened to this connection as well as to the power of who they are. And they are letting go of all of their issues. They're letting go of their emotional baggage. They are working through the stuff that has held them back from being able to be your partner. And they are surrendering. That is what this letting go is. I'm no longer going to control. I am letting go of my need to resist this connection. I'm letting go of my need to deny this connection, because I see this beautiful connection with you, and it is a powerful love that each of us feel for each other. So I am going to release and let go and surrender to the powers that be and allow them to drive and move this connection naturally and organically for us so that we can come into union. Self-worth. Well, this is high vibration, healing unworthiness. Okay, guys. So I do feel for many of you out there, your person may have felt unworthy of themselves and unworthy of this connection. But I do feel that they have been working on healing that during the time you've been away from each other. Did your person ever say to you that they did not feel worthy of you or of this connection ever before? Did they ever say anything like that? Because I feel that that is what this is about. Your person not feeling that they're good enough for you, feeling that they're not worthy of you, but that is changing because they are going through this transformation that comes with this Ace of Wands and that Pluto card, but also from their time that they have spent in this place of self-reflection, taking these trips down memory lane that comes with that Six of Cups, and being able to see and understand themselves now from a much different space, because the truth has been revealed to your person, because they have clarity and they have had many breakthroughs along the way. This is why they are saying, if only you knew how heartbroken I am. And you may not know how heartbroken your person is because they haven't talked to you, but they're going to share how they have dealt with all of this and this separation and the crying and the chaos and the depression and melancholy and everything else that they have been through. They're going to tell you all about that as they return and the two of you start rebuilding this relationship. Separation and love. Well, these cards are really about kind of like the juxtaposition. What is this? Yin Yang Oracle card. So the two sides of the yin yang, which is about duality, which we talked about earlier, the yin yang balance of the universe. Yin yang is when you can't have light without dark. You can't have love without fear. You can't have joy without sorrow. And that is sort of like this yin yang energy here. But I feel that what this is saying is your person is tired of this separation. They're longing for you. They have broken dreams. They are dealing with heartbreak. They are dealing with grief. And they know that they are the one that abandoned this connection. And in doing so, they abandoned themselves as well. And they don't like how that abandonment feels, because they can see and understand that by denying and running and kind of like resisting this love and this connection, they did abandon themselves, because they can feel this love that they have always felt for you, but yet weren't ready to acknowledge or admit or allow the two of you to start building a partnership with each other. But all of that is going to change, because your person has caught a major clue here, because the light bulb has gone on many times and the light is shining bright in your person's eyes right now and telling them to follow through and act and do something about the situation, because your person is quite unhappy, actually. But let's see what else we need to know for this reading. Let's see what else we need to know. What is coming through here? What do we need to know? What is coming through? What do we need to know, please? What is happening here? Let's see what we need to know. What is coming through? What messages do we need to hear? What does the universe want to share? Contemplation, serious thought, inner work, that makes sense. Careful consideration and self-examination. Well, that as well comes along with that round card that is the sword, right? It is about careful consideration, thinking things through, having a lot of serious thought, and that as well comes back with that Six of Cups and that Seven of Swords as well. Formulating a plan, thinking about the past, focusing on the present and trying to understand how my past actions created this misery that I'm feeling in the current moment, and what steps I'm going to take for the future to make sure that that doesn't happen again. This is where your person is at the moment, guys, and that is what that combination of the Seven of Swords and Six of Cups is. That is exactly what that is. Someone's going to leave a comment that it's something else. That's why I sent that. But the point is, your person's doing a lot of self-examination. They're doing a lot of inner work, and they can see through this contemplation and self-examination that, well, they disappointed you and themselves, but it's so much deeper than that. They see the devastation that they brought into each of your lives. They see how they devastated you. They see how they devastated this connection. And they definitely are seeing how they caused so much unnecessary conflict, drama, heartache, pain, suffering, anxiety, worry, sleeplessness, because those are all things that go along in this phase, because you guys watching the reading are probably feeling all of that as well. But so is your person, because they know as well, on top of it, that they're dealing with their guilt and their remorse and their regret that comes with that Five of Cups. They're dealing with their own sorrow and sadness, but they are envisioning what this future with you could look like. They just have to get to the place where they are going to take a stand and reach out and start talking so that they can make something happen. No longer drifting. But let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages do we need to hear? What do we need to know, please? Well, this is devastated. This is about your person suffering, heartbroken, crushed, inconsolable, grieving, shattered, anguished. And you know what, guys? I feel that this is really heavy for your person right now, but that makes sense with this Five of Cups because they can see and understand all of it. They get it. They've had a wake-up call. They're seeing things from a different perspective. Didn't really think this through about how I was laying the cards down. This is about the devastation that your person feels at the moment, but it's probably about your own devastation as well, guys. I decided to pick it back up so you could read the words that were on the card. It is about heartbreak. It is about grieving. It is about anguish and suffering, and that does reflect very much what is in that Five of Cups card, but also it reflects very much what is in the message cards that we have for this reading. Your person, knowing they disappointed you and themselves, they're tired of living a lie and pretending that everything's okay, but it's not. They can't fake it till they make it anymore because they are feeling all of this at the moment, because that is what the tarot portion of this reading confirmed. They can no longer pretend. It is time for them to be accountable and responsible to you and to this relationship. If you only knew how heartbroken I am, well, yes, I made the wrong choice and I'm paying for it. Well, that as well is part of this Seven of Cups. That Seven of Cups is about clouded vision, clouded choices as well. Your person making the wrong decision about everything concerning you in this relationship, but being responsible for it because their own devastation is causing them to wake up to all of this. But with all of their poor choices and this regret, they are using the energy of this Seven of Swords and Six of Cups to make better choices for themselves and for this relationship, because they want to get back to you and they want to start rebuilding. And that is part of this Pluto card as well. Starting over and starting fresh, but in a much better place. Not only is your person going through this transformation, but so is this relationship, just like you yourselves watching the reading have gone through this transformation. Your person is tired of this separation. It is weighing very heavy on them because they are dealing with their own heartbreak, loss, grief, and all of it as well. But they know that they have no one to blame for themselves, and they know that they are the one who are responsible for what they are going through and feeling, because the universe is definitely making sure of that. Remember, the universe is the teacher, so is the loss, pain, heartache, heartbreak, and suffering that your person is going through at the moment. But through all of this, your person is seeing the light. Seeing the light, like this light that comes through this hole in this cave here. And they have been doing self-examination and inner work and a lot of contemplation to look at themselves and their behaviors. And that makes sense with the other cards that we got on the reading. And they are going to show back up for you and speak the truth about anything and everything that they have gone through, about why they acted and behaved the ways that they did with you in the past. Because moving forward, this person wants to be honest and authentic with you. And they want to show back up for you and show you that they have changed, because they are embarrassed and perhaps even humiliated for how they acted and behaved. And they know that they're going to have to extend this olive branch of apology to you, and they're going to do that. Because ultimately this person sees this partnership with you. And they know that there's an urgency building within them, and they know that it's time to start reaching out. We do have several cards of communication on the table. No solid timing for this reading today, guys, but anything can shift and change in a moment, the way that the universe works, because the universe is in constant motion. Things can shift and change in the blink of an eye. But this is about your person acknowledging that they broke their own heart, that they've caused a lot of their own sorrow, sadness, and desperation and devastation that they're feeling right now. But those are the very things that are waking them up and pushing them forward on this path, on their journey back to you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to everyone watching. Have a great day, guys.